Well, children have had a lot thrown at them this summer. Not only did their summer plans get canceled, things like camps and trips, but they've also witnessed a lot of conversation about race relations and equality. Well, the Girl Scouts of Colorado has come up with ways to help parents and kids on both of these topics. Our Katie LaSalle recently spoke to the Girl Scouts of Colorado CEO Leanna about their efforts.
20,000 Girl Scouts, parents, volunteers, staff. We're curious just how it's been adapting to these recent times. How are you keeping our girls engaged and inspired at home?
Well, of course, it's been challenging for all of us, but we've come up with some very creative virtual programming where our girls are still connecting with their troops virtually. We are also doing things like Camp in a Box. We had to unfortunately cancel our camps for the summer. So we are sending girls kits with all the things that they might experience at camp, stargazer activities and the like. And then we're even doing things like having the girls Zoom with some of our farm animals, like our goats on camp. So just everything we can do to keep them engaged and help parents out when kids are at home during this time as well.
Absolutely. And today we're also talking about your new diversity, equity, and inclusion programming. So you're hosting 2 conversation starters on diversity and inclusivity. What inspired this panel discussion called Let's Talk About Differences?
Yes, so the panel discussion is part of a larger program that Denver 7 is helping us with. Of course, everyone is familiar with the badges and the patches that Girl Scouts earn, and they put on their sashes and their vests. Well, this is a chance to earn a patch called Diverse Inclusive Together. It was actually developed by our sister Girl Scout Council in Minneapolis, and we've adapted it. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is that for one of the first times ever, we're opening up this patch curriculum beyond our Girl Scouts. So you don't have to be a Girl Scout or a girl to take part. We really want everyone to have access to this. And so we're encouraging parents and caregivers to take part with their kids online in the safety of their own home. And it's an entire curriculum that goes from grades K through 12 with different activities depending on your age. So for younger kids, it's hands-on art type of activities. For older kids, it's reflective writing. And it's really a means to a conversation to begin this conversation about race. And then there are the 2 panel conversations that Anne Trujillo is moderating for us. So we have a panel of experts. One of those is talking to parents and caregivers about having these conversations with your kids. And in the other one, we're taking questions from kids themselves.
So the one for parents and caregivers, the other specifically for children. Why is it so crucial to have these conversations, especially at a young age?
You know, it is just so important to get started with kids at this age, and kids see what's going on. They see what's going on in the news. They see it on social media. So it's really our responsibility as the adults in their lives to help them translate what's happening and to have healthy conversations about it. And we know that what we're doing is just the beginning of that conversation, but we're hoping that the tools that we can provide can help parents and caregivers ease into those conversations and give them a way to get started.
And the first of those 2 town halls that they mentioned will be available tonight on the streaming platforms for Denver 7, as well as the Girl Scouts of Colorado. The first discussion, moderated by our own Anne Trujillo, has tips for how parents and caregivers can talk to kids about race and inclusion. And then in 2 weeks, we'll have another discussion available with questions from kids.